Alright, so this is Toronto Maple Leafs free agency recap. I'll do one with the Raptors too. And if there's any individual signings later today or the next until Saturday, I'll make a video because I don't have work. Work fucked me up with the signings and all that. Well, the Raptors didn't do anything, but I want to talk about the Quickly and Brown signing more in depth. But yeah, let's go over the Leafs, shall we? I thought they overspent a lot, but they got players I like, so it doesn't really matter. They got some veterans. Damn it. Alright, let's go over. Tyler Bertuzzi goes to the Blackhawks. 5.5. Good for him. I don't wish any ill will. I like Tyler Bertuzzi, Italian stallion. And he's going to a young team. You know, they need a guy like Tyler Bertuzzi on that team to help Bedard out. Enough said, man. I like this move for the Blackhawks, so yeah. Alright, next rumors. Signing Chris Tanev signs a deal 6 years, 4.5. The money's alright, but the years 6 years. If we weren't the Toronto Maple Leafs, I would be crying. But we're the Leafs. We can pay his ass off when he's on LTIR and get that cap room back. So basically, we're just paying for his little summer home. But he's a good player. I like Chris Tanev, defensive defenseman. I know he's a little older, but you're paying for the years that he's not in his prime as a defenseman, but so reliable there. And yeah, I like this move. Don't like the years, but again, you're not the GM. There's something called LTIR. He's from Toronto. Enough said there. Oh yeah, Oliver Ekman-Larsson's a Leaf, which holy crap. I like this move. We needed an offensive defenseman. He didn't work out in Vancouver. And then he went to Florida, won a championship. He was really, he was a solid player for Arizona, now Utah. I like Oliver Ekman-Larsson as an offensive defenseman. We need that presence. The defense couldn't score, couldn't produce that many goals at the beginning of the year, and hopefully he can improve that as a defensive defenseman. It's the way it is, man. He's not the best, but let's go over the comments. I would have rather. Well, we couldn't get Zadorov if he went to Boston, so you need a guy who can put up some goals. And Oliver Ekman-Larsson almost had 10 goals, and hopefully he can produce, man. Again, 4 years, we're signing all these old guys, which is a little hilarious there. Yeah, alright. Anthony Storoltz. He was the backup goalie for the Panthers, and now he's going to be the backup goalie for the Leafs. 2 years, 2.5. Probably the best signing, like, money-wise, because 2 years. I like this move. He was a good backup to Bob, and he'll be a backup here. And obviously they can't go after a big money goalie. Can't go after a starter because I think just fucking make Joseph Wall the starter, man. And you need a guy to fill in because Wall is a little injury prone. It's not his fault. He just the way it is to start his career. You never know next year. Could be playing 35 games or 40 games next year. So, yeah. I like this move. And then the move that I was surprised about. Oh, yeah. I wasn't surprised about this. Joe Edmondson signs with the... Actually, this move is worse than Ekman-Larsson. 4 years for Joe Edmondson. Yeah, I wouldn't have brought him back for 4 years. 2-year guy. He's a defensive defenseman. Be good for the Kings. And they also signed Warren Fogle. That was a good move. And then this one's a shocker. Matt Murray's going back to the Leafs. Cheap deal. $875K. Probably want to stay home. And I don't mind him as a third stringer. I really don't mind him as a third stringer. I don't mind this move at all. I'm just shocked he's back. Anyone know what's going on with Samsonov? He's gone. Safe to say Samsonov is heading. Yeah, it's all about Joseph Wall now. I think it's about the ride Joseph Wall, the guy who performed in the playoffs a couple years in a row. You know, he didn't do that bad against Florida last year in the second round, and he did great against Boston. So he's our star. He should be our starter. You know, can't rely on Samson enough, man. You know, I know he helped us out last year against against Tampa in the first round, and then against Florida, he was okay. Just the defense was terrible, but can't rely on him. Get your own guy, Joseph Wall. Um, he's our guy going forward. So those are all the signings. So far, I'll give it like a B minus really, because a lot of long contracts to older players. But my favorite move is probably Larson, because defensive we need our defense to produce some points, man. Because beginning of the year, defense couldn't put up shit. You know, they couldn't help out at all when it comes to producing points, and Larson's one of those guys who could help us out. And that's really it. We'll talk to you about the Raptors soon.